Hello, Mr. Barton here, and in this video we're going to take a look at how students can review their answers to a quiz and use other students' explanations from all around the world to hopefully help them resolve their own misconceptions. So we left the last video on a bit of a cliffhanger. Our students had just finished answering this particular quiz and they were told they got 2 out of 5. So what I then encourage my students to do is to review their answers. So to do that, they simply click review, and that's going to take them back to all the different questions. Now, if they click this little I button there in the bottom right hand corner, it toggles between the question and the explanation. And what we can see here is that the correct answer was C, 1 over 6, and the student answered D, minus a sixth. But as we toggle this, we can see here loads of explanations. Now, these explanations have been provided by students from all around the world who've got this question right. And all it takes is for one of those explanations to make sense to your student, and hopefully their misconception's been resolved. And they can toggle through until they find that magic one, keeping flicking backwards and saying, actually, that makes sense to me. Now, I'd encourage students to like it, because then we can start to build up an idea of which are the most successful explanations, which are most useful, and so on. And then when they're happy with that, they can then move on to the next question, and they can see, oh, flipping heck, here we go. I went for C, which was 32, but the correct answer has been, why on earth would it be B? Where's 8 come from? Well, then I can start to read these explanations. It's to do with the square root, and so on. And again, just keep flicking through to the next question that I've got wrong, which was question 5. Sorry, my mouse is flipping playing up there. And then once again, I can read explanations of where that is and keep clicking more explanations to generate ones until I find one that I'm happy with. And if I've forgot one, I can go back. I can even see questions. This is important as well. When you flick through, it's going to show you the questions that you got wrong, the student got wrong. But sometimes a student might think, well, actually, I wasn't too sure about question 4. I guessed at question 4. So we want to show them, even though they got it right, they can still benefit by seeing explanations for those questions as well. So as I say, I would really encourage you to encourage your students to review the explanations, because it's like they're part of the world's biggest classroom. They can ask anyone for help because there's potentially thousands of explanations, all written in slightly different ways, and all it takes is for one of those to make sense, and hopefully your students' misconceptions have been resolved. So, hope that was helpful.